Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1. Gets one. Looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Ball, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Well. Fancy meeting you guys here. Welcome one and all to NGS season, we're on season 13. Welcome everyone, season 13. We are casting a Division C East game between the teams of Owlbuild and ICC Raiders. ICC, of course, standing for Ice Crown Citadel, and I think we're getting right into it here. And we're going to Sky Temple. So Sky Temple was Owlbuild's map pick. ICC Raiders won coin toss, elected for first pick, so Owlbuild got the map pick. The map bans, while we're going through the ban phase. Bans, Owlbuild banned out Alterac and Volskaya. ICC Raiders banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Battlefield of Eternity. Eternity. Forevernity. But yeah, C East between these two teams. So current meta, not a lot has changed. We see Rhaegar ban coming out. Should be seeing a Johanna somewhere within the first couple of hexagons showing up. And yeah, should be a pretty good one. There's Stukov. Stukov is an annoying support. Want to get rid of him. Hollow Erdesterner, or as we like to call him, Ed. How's everyone in chat doing? I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday evening. Next ban coming out from ICC Raiders is Brightwing. Okay, so we're leaving the Johanna open, hoping that we can get away with it. One of the interesting things I like to see about the bans, yeah, there's Johanna. One of the interesting things I like to see about the bans is the first ban from ICC Raiders was Rhaegar. Usually you want to leave that to your opponent, because you can get the first ban to be whatever you want, and then if your opponent bans something else, you can ban Rhaegar, and then let them ban the Johanna again. So I think it all works out, because if they're going to ban Brightwing anyways. Orion! There's Dohaka getting picked up from the side of the Raiders. Oh hey Hex, thanks for the subscription with Prime. I don't have any alerts, because I don't like to have alerts during the whole this thing, because it gets in the way, but thank you very much.
My blades are yours.
There's Sony getting picked up early, and Anduin getting picked up early. Both very solid picks. Sony used to be like one of the top tier offlaners. She's lost some of her gusto, but still has quite a bit of oomph if you know how to pilot her correctly. I'm excited to see the Sonya throwdown, especially with taking Leap or Angry Blood. Leap you can really get on the backliners. Angry Blood you can just like fight for days. Two picks coming out from the Raiders, Lucio on the heels, and Junkrat. Interesting. So this is Sky Temple, and one of the interesting things is neither of these teams has picked up an Abathur yet, or even banned out the Abathur. Abathur typically being quite good on this map, because he can repair the buildings, and having temples that attack the buildings directly basically turns off a little bit of your opponent's objectives, allowing you to comfortably trade objectives easy peasy. Shanti the Creator, how's it going? Mayban coming in from the side of the Owls. Yeah, you'll see a tank is missing from their lineup, and just want to knock that out of there. ICC Raiders looking for quite a bit more tank, or some sort of scary damage. And a Nubrek tank is the way that we're going. Okay, next two picks from the side of Owlbuild. Could see anything except for Johanna and Nubarak, and maybe a couple other ones. Tychus coming in, and Imperious. Oh, that's getting a little spicy. Imperious, great with a lockdown, really good. Wait, is that main tank Imperious, or is that a 4-man Imperious? Either way, I'm loving it. Tychus for the percentage damage is pretty good. Into a Dahaka can really chunk him down. But it does allow ICC Raiders to pick a less beefy tank that doesn't quite get hurt as much from Tychus, but we do go with Blaze anyways, who is one of the higher health pool tanks and does have an armor trait that percentage damage pierces through. So Tychus does do a good deal of damage into that. But we have the last pick coming in from the side of Owl build. Gonna be seeing, I don't know, probably a damage, maybe a tank. I honestly don't know what this could be. Depends if that's main tank Imperious or not. And it's ETC, so we're probably going to be seeing a 4-man Imperious offlane Sonya. Huh. I am liking what we got going on for the side of the Owl build. That's very interesting. Let's put credit where credit is due, though. On the side of the Raiders, we do have a very solid poke comp. Like, Junkrat can just infinitely send out those grenades. Sylvanas has a lot of kill pressure. Lucio lets your team get in and out really quickly. Especially helping dodge the Imperious stun with the move speed. That's pretty good. Alright, so getting right into it here. Hopefully. Yeah, there's the load. Lightning fast.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle.
For your ceaseless battle. I don't remember having an announcer during this phase, but I guess we do. Anyways, on the side of Owl build, we got Bishop Mist on the Imperious. We got Odd Thought Rock on the ETC. Pokeflute on the Anduin. If you move that much, I can't read it. Segotai on the Tychus, and I'm reading you over here. Calamansi on the Sonya. On the side of the Raiders, we got Dark Knight on the Dahaka. Hold on, why is everyone down here? Zinzi. Hold on. Zinst? Zin? I'm calling you Zin. Lucio, Zin on the Lucio. Mr. Papercut rocking the Junkrat, X Havoc on the Blaze, and Xerxes 89 rocking the Sylvanas. Oh, I didn't notice what's going on down here. Lucio getting a little bit chunked from something. Missed that, introducing the teams. We got a 4-man from the Owl build. Rocking the bot lane, leaving Bishop Mist in the bot lane. Oh, is that what we're doing? Very interesting. Okay. Damage coming out from both these teams, just doing a little trading, doing a little chunking. So it would appear that Owl build is leaving an offlaner in the bot lane. And Sonya, of course, in the top lane. Now, how that will work out, or if that is actually what is happening, remains to be seen. Sudi Zin on the Lucio, being a little bit of a Lucio himself, because Lucio is one of the more pesky healers to play against. Because he's always moving. Both these teams looks like they're getting their own siege camps. Let's get the extra large vision. Both teams posturing, perfectly defended, as all things should be. Nearly equal. Oh, look at that. Capped at the exact same time. The Raiders did hold on to it for a little bit, just to squeeze a little bit extra value out of it, but that is what they're doing. However, Raiders do move up to their own bruiser camp at the top to help the offlaner push. We'll see how that goes as the Owl build 4-man simply rotates. Damage coming in. Let's take a quick look at some of these builds. We got level 1 Ebon picking up even-handed blessings. Block party from the ETC. Quarterback. We've got a slam build coming out from the Sonya. Just Junkrat stuff. What is that? Spell damage for the Qs for Sylvanas. Lucio playing with fire because that's what he does. Look at him go! A bit of a top lane clash. The camps on the side of the Raiders getting cleared without too much hassle. Didn't push him too far with these. Got a little bit off this building. Just that little tiniest bit of health bar there. In fact, that may not have even been from the Knights. Let's see, Dahaka. Dahaka is going for race car available, and that is a Adrenaline Impact, which is typically... Oh, Lucio getting power slid, but there's not enough CC or damage to follow up and kill him. He is down to half health, but not extremely meaningful. Let's see. Temples, looks like we got the Raiders holding on to the top temple, and the Owl build holding on to the mid temple. Looks like we are comfortably trading here. And no extreme team fights going on just yet. Accelerando, of course, because, of course, Lucio. Because, of course, it's Lucio. Ooh, Raiders are moving in, using Sylvanas trait to push in a little bit extra. The Owl build does show up, just do a little bit of shoving off. But does get a little bit, but X-Havoc gets a little bit low, gets stunned from the ETC, and down from the Anduin auto attack. First Blood going over to the side of Owl build. Owl build looks like they're going to be moving on to the top temple, transitioning from the mid temple, which has a little bit left, which the Raiders are going to just transition their way onto. I don't know, does that work out? Who wins that in terms of shots fired? I'm not going to do the math. That's caster math, and that is dangerous. Hmm. Take a sip of some water. And take another look at the mid lane. Not too much going on here. Both these teams are playing pretty defensively, being relatively careful. We might see a little bit of a gank coming up onto Sonya, but she does back off in time because she's Sonya. And once again, both these teams, siege camp is up. We do our siege camp. Do you think they know? Do you think they know the other one's in the bush there? Do you think they knew? Oh, BT's he's looking. A little bit of Daka. Oh, Dahaka going for a tongue onto Tychus. Doesn't quite land, and looks like everybody's just gonna walk away here. Walking away. Tens on approximately even path for both these teams. A little bit ahead for the side of Owl build. Ooh, power slide. Oh, but the stab does land onto the Blaze. Root from Anduin follows up, but there's no more buttons from the rest of the team, and that Blaze gets away scot-free. Mid lane Junkrat simply safely soaking. Using grenade boops to get away. In the top lane, it looks like it's relatively even. Sonya is a little bit lower on hit points, and Dahaka is relatively safer. Oh! Big drag from the Dahaka. Tens do come online for the side of Owl build. So we got Light Bomb, Mosh Pit, Commandeer Odin, Angelic Armaments, and Leap coming out from the side of Owl build. So we do have a lot of stun potential, a lot of CC coming in from Owl build. They can unleash an 8 point. However, 10's coming online for Raiders as well. We got Riptire, Wailing Arrow, Bunker Drop, Isolation, and High Five. A lot of counter engage, a lot of ability to escape from those deadly CC chains or prevent them in the first place. Bottom temple phase is up. Oh, a stun onto ETC, but a leap from the backline does interrupt the Riptire. Mosh Pit comes out. Light Bomb lands on approximately no one. Big isolation hit lands onto the Imperius. Imperius gets dragged back. He is able to press R, but not enough. That is a downed Imperius. But X-Havoc getting solo, but ETC does die in exchange. Blaze also dies back there, and Sonya dies too, so that is 3 kills for the side of ICC Raiders. And they will be moving on to hold on to the rest of this here temple. That was the first temple going over to the side of Raiders. Well, I guess the first single temple phase going over to the side of the Raiders. No calls for boss. Usually boss is a little bit aggressive at this stage because the death timers are still pretty low. Owl build would be able to, usually, would be able to get back into it. Lucio just being an annoying little... Lucio. Come on, man. Imperius taking up the oh so important level 7 Holy Fervor to make sure his wave clear isn't just the worst. Oh, Junkrat's looking to get a little bit of ganking on. Oh, but we do back out because it's a little bit under towers. It's a little bit under tower. Looking up at the top lane, both these offlaners are off-laning. Sony's heading back to make sure that this camp gets a little bit done a little bit faster. And also that Tychus doesn't get killed by it while he's soloing it. A little bit of going home action. Both these siege camps up once again. Bop. Both these teams. They are on point with this. They know the timing of these camps. They know pick them up as soon as they can. Offlaners are offlaning. The camps are clashing in the bot lane. Trying to get a little bit of poking, a little bit of prodding. A stun comes out onto the ETC. Tychus follows up a big disengage wailing arrow. And ETC is getting real low with that counter engage. Anduin doing his very best to try to keep the ETC safe. But that is all it's still up from the side of Owlbuild, and the ICC Raiders used quite a few of their own. So we could be looking at a fight in favor of Owlbuild. And plus, these siege camps are pushing in a little bit. Just a little bit, but it does. ICC Raiders do have an ace up for this season. That is the Haka in the top lane. He can burrow down whenever he needs to and be there before the Sonya gets there. However, Sonya is in the mid lane. Picking up, so can rotate down. Temple phase is coming up. There's a 2 temple phase, and it would appear that ICC Raiders are in favor, so that they can comfortably exchange. Oh, there's a mosh pit coming out. Did you know you can stun the Riptire in the mosh pit? Did you know that? Riptire was stunned in there. Oh, big stun from the Blaze onto the Imperius, and the big boot back. Sony trying to leap onto that for the disengage. Imperius popping out, trying to get those swords out. Ooh, Lucio dodges into them. He zigged when he should have zagged, my friend. But that is bottom temple going over to the side of the Raiders, and they don't really need top temple, but they can take it for free because, you know, nobody else is up there, and Dahaka, he's Dahaka. It's so difficult to get a gank on this dino boy. Oh, here comes the side from Owlbuild. Not quite going to be able to get the Hawk out of there, but, you know, just going to be annoying. However, ooh, what do we got going on down here? What's going on down here? We got a boss call from the side of the Raiders. That does make sense because Owlbuild was just seen in the top lane. And there's the Hawk showing up for the 5v2 down here. Here comes the rest of the Owlbuild, but is it too late? Anduin does have pull, should have pull up, I think. But boss does get picked up, and a big stun onto the Dahaka. Dahaka getting real low isolation coming out. There's the root, and the last little bit of damage tickles Dahaka down. Oh, big leap onto Blaze. Sonya looking for that leap value, is not quite able to get it. Spins away, and that is about all we're going to get here. Owlbuild does win that trade, but does lose out on the boss. And boss is something that they need to pay attention to here. Either burn it down, or else it'll get a little bit more than they would bargain for. And that does also give ICC Raiders the opportunity to you know, just take the top temple. Just pick up top temple for free. It's not actually free, you did pay a boss for it, and Dahaka's life, but you know, que sera ese día. What's this? Both of these siege camps are up. Ooh, my goodness. What an odd situation. Usually both these teams are directly on it. However, Owlbuild sees the opportunity and says, these are siege camps now. But there is a Junkrat grenade on this. It can be delayed just a little bit. There's one, and there's the next one.
You are stronger than I believe.
Not quite enough time to rotate down. Had to give up those Giantas. This fort is still up. Ooh, big slide onto Junkrat, but Junkrat looks like he's gonna be making it out real safe. There's a Riptire coming out, looking for some kind of engagement. Some kind of knockback. Oh, huge move, a lot of damage. Oh, and it's getting finished off with a Sylvanas Silence Arrow. Well done from the Xerxes. The Wailing Arrow. Getting a last chunk of damage out on that Tychus, and that gives ICC Raiders a little bit more control over here. And they're going to be doing a big old swapperoo. You take our camp, we take your camp. You know, we share camps. We share camps over here. At the same time, look at these guys. It is like a incredible ballet of buttons and violence. Oh, big stun onto the Sonya. Sonya's trying to get out. There's a leap, and it looks like she'll be getting out at the cost of that 60-second cooldown. Pretty close there. Taking a quick peek at the experience lead, we do have ICC Raiders a full level ahead, meaning that they will be hitting 20s before Owl Build is. So Owl Build should be looking for a team fight here. However, ICC Raiders is getting pretty aggressive here. Oh, there is Imperius, who's a little bit more caught up than he thinks, but it looks like ICC Raiders don't realize it and do disengage from that. Lucio. Boop. Boop. Lucio with the boop. Alright. Owl Build is picking up mid-temple. Sony just finished up. The top camp looks like going to make sure we get a 5-man on the mid-temple. Dahaka in the bot lane, just doing dinosaur stuff. It looks like both these teams will be trading these temples, which is not in favor for Owl Build. Owl Build does want to get more than just a temple here. They want to get a fight, they want to get some wins. Oh, there's a Blaze Tackle onto the ETC, there's the Junkrat Riptide coming out, there's a Silence really laying it onto the ETC, but ETC does get out. Light Bomb for the disengage, but not quite able to land a whole lot of value out of it. Mosh trying to come up, but keeps getting interrupted. There's a leap coming out that lands on the Lucio. Not quite enough damage there. Swords coming out. Imperius doing some slashing damage. I see Commandeer Odin getting popped down there. A little bit of damage. It looks like Owl Build is coming out on top. There's a Mosh directly onto the Dahaka. And the entire backline is saying, you know what? This is one kill that is worth it. This is a kill that is good. And the second kill onto Blaze, who was just hiding out in his bunker. There was a dance party going on outside, and Blaze was just like, please, just... no more caramel dancing, please.
Please don't break this time.
20s are online for ICC Raiders, but they are down 2 mans. 2 full mans. Let's see, we got extra oomph for the knockback and cooldown reduction. We got Bolt of the Storm, Burn Notice, Contagion, and Mixing Fire. So with extra oomph, if he can hit at least 3 targets, that's a full reset for the Reptile, and that gives it quite a bit of power, forcing the Owl Build to constantly be positioned to avoid getting that 3-man bop. Owl Build picking up the boss. Not a whole lot that ICC Raiders can do about it. Junkrat does have his trap, but he does need to get a little bit too close in order to activate it. Yeah, and that should be a boss going over to the side of Owl Build, flipping this game around. Now, top lane pressure is an issue later in the game because the Raiders' catapult will eventually push to the core. However, right now the equilibrium is nice and set and not a whole lot to do. Single temple phase, which is good news for Owl Build, was previously behind and currently is. ICC Raiders looking to get some value out of this boss. This does mean that the Dahaka has the opportunity to get the temple once it is activated while he pushes up the top lane. There's the boop. Ooh, I believe that's only 2. Yeah, he doesn't have a full reset on that. Junkrat waiting another 15 seconds to get some more extra oomph power. But Owl Build is sitting down here trying to get as much value out of this boss as they can to get this siege, or this fort down. But it looks like they're not going to quite be able to get the full thing, only half of it. As Owl Build retreats. Tyke is down here. He's not able to mount in that thing, is he? That's an issue. Top lane pressure has been exasperated by the Dahaka just kind of doing some split pushing, meaning Owl Build does need to either sacrifice some core value or give up the keep. It looks like giving up the temple is what they elected to do. Puts them just a little bit further behind. Owl Build is starting to get back into this fight, but they do need to find the good place to get the kills. fight in good places, get the good picks, and be able to secure an actual advantage from that. Ooh. ETC looking for a Mosh, a solo Mosh on the Blaze. There comes the Riptire, trying to get a little bit of damage onto X-Havoc, and X-Havoc does get away. A lot of cooldowns, actually just one cooldown really. One large cooldown used from the side of Albills to try to secure that kill. And does he have? Yeah, he's got... Oh, he doesn't. Okay, so that is an actual 2-minute cooldown for the ETC before we have another big old Mosh. Not a huge deal because a lot of these Moshes are getting simply interrupted. Maybe... Ooh, a big leap is just as powerful. There's Lucio getting absolutely sandblasted by the rest of the team. Oh, but a huge drag from the dog onto the ETC lands the kill. There's Death Mosh, which lands on exactly nobody, but Sylvanas gets ran down by the Sonya. Big counter engage, however, from the Blaze onto the Imperius. Imperius does get his swords off, but it's not quite enough damage to do any significant amount of pain. That isn't even trade. But ICC Raiders is up a tank, and Owlbuild is down a healer. Relatively even, I'd say... I would... If they did fight, I would have given it to Owlbuild, just because a healer with the amount of damage that Raiders has wouldn't really work out that well. Owlbuild will move into the top lane to intercept the camp and catapults that are pushing. And another 2-temple phase is activated in the next 25 seconds. Again, Owlbuild doesn't want to trade here because trade means they are losing the game. They want to fight. Vision is taken, and it would appear that ICC Raiders is thinking about taking bottom temple. You know, maybe we'll take bottom temple. Top temple is consistently a problem for... Top lane is consistently a problem for Owlbuild. They will need to deal with that macro in a bit. Looks like everyone from the side of the Raiders is on bottom, and this is good news for Owlbuild because they can move into it. However, the Hawk Tongue lands onto the ETC. ETC does get out thanks to an Imperius pull. Oh, that repair is looking for the 3-man target. Gets a little bit greedy, waiting a little bit too long. Oh, huge leap onto the backline. Lucy trying to get out of there. ETC is in prime position for a good Mosh. There's a knockback. Oh, but the damage on the Sylvanas gets taken out. There's a huge contagion actually landing on 3 members of the side of the Owlbuild. Very low. Oh, but we do have Death Mosh, but nobody gets landed in that. It does do a little bit of zoning. Junkrat goes down. Blaze goes down. And it looks like Owlbuild is coming out on top of this. And that is good news for the side of Owlbuild. Very, very spicy. This is looking... Oh. This could be end. This could be end. If Owlbuild just runs it down here. They do have... Death timers are low enough that they can... to be able to, you know... destroy the large building. You know, the big important one. Owlbuild does have catapult on their own core, but I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. I don't think it does. An excellent final team fight from the side of Owlbuild, who is struggling to get back into the game all game, manages to turn it around. GG's to both these teams, especially Owlbuild for the good comeback. That was extremely exciting. Extremely exciting. Okay. So looking at these numbers here. Bam. Okay. Got a lot of healing from Anduin and Lucio. Lucio did a little bit less healing than I would normally have expected. Tyke is doing the most hero damage. Junkrat on the side of ICC Raiders doing the most hero damage. Siege damage, we got Sonya doing the most spinning. Junkrat, of course, does the most Interesting. Not a lot of offlaner. Dahaka doing most of the damage. Well, there's the offlaner's value. Sonya value there. Taking a look at these talents. Let's see. Anduin going for Light Bomb. Usually, yeah, that's interesting. Usually when you see the Lion's speed, you also get the second charge of full on 16. I wonder if that was a misclick or simply meh. And Variant Legacy, you don't usually see anymore. Since the Anduin pseudo rework. So one for Raiders. Nope, 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 nope. Sorry, that's the Owl build winning. ETC not taking the cooldown reduction for the ult at 13 is interesting. I haven't seen that before. Usually it's just like I would get cooldown on the big R button. But I guess with all these interrupts, like what are you gonna do with more cooldown on the R? Fail it the second time? Nah. Just get more booping. Tychus going for grenade and then the overkill. Big red button, of course. Imperious, big slash, angelic armaments. Impervious, I don't see a lot. Huh. It's actually 3 second unstoppable. A whole lot of spell armor, which raiders are just full of. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Slam build, spin. Is there more spin, more slam, nerves of steel with more pain? I think that's conventional. I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of offlaning. Junkrat getting some extra round timers, and then a bunch of trap talents, except for endless nades at 16, and then extra oomph for the reptire value. It's cooldown done day. Yeah. That is true. That is true. Get a lot of inner focus value. Try that out sometime. It looks like we got the next game online, so just to take a quick peek over here for anything out of the ordinary that I don't usually see. Dunk, Isolation, Primal Rage, Tunneling Claws. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot of other stuff. But we got game number 2 coming online here. Here we are. W at 13 without W at 4 is weird. Which hero was that? Okay, we're going to Infernal Shrines. Looks like this map pick was done by... We don't know yet. We'll figure it out as we move forward. W at 13 without W at 4 is weird. Let's see. That's Dahaka. Sonya? No. Anyways, let's see. We can find out who... Okay, first pick. Map pick going over to... Pop. Owl build. Owl build picking the map. Wait, really? Yeah. Okay, Owl build... Oh, right. Of course, that. Of course. Okay. Because ICC Raiders lost the map number 1, so they elected... so they have a choice between first pick and map pick, and has picked first pick, so Owl build gets map pick. There we go. Of course that makes sense. Of course! Alright, which guy was that? Oh, Leo Rice one. W at 13 without W at 4. That's gotta be, Is that Sonya? Because Sonya W is spin, right? And I think I saw spin. Right? Right? Hold on. Log on to Heroes profile. Find me Sonia. There you are. Ruthless without W4, which is Hurricane. Okay. I see. Oh, okay, I can see that. Yeah. Oh, ETC. Okay, going back. ETC. Alright, W at 13. Mic check. W at 4. Oh, what do we take at 4? Was that speed metal? Or the additional range? Oh, I see. So I guess we didn't? Either way. Game 2, heading over to Infernal Shrine. Yet another very, very popular map. In NGS. Probably one of the most popular maps out there. ICC Raiders getting the first ban here. We did see them ban out Rhaegar in Game 1, which we might see once again here. Because Rhaegar, despite his recent nerf, still has quite a bit of power under his pelt. And there he is. Rhaegar getting banned out. X-ban from the side of Owl Build. Duka! Right, because we did the same thing from Game 1, and then here we'll probably see a Brightwing, and then we'll see a Johanna, and then we'll see a first pick, whatever we want. Brightwing, right? This is still a pretty good macro map, so Brightwing. If we're scared of Brightwing for a Sky Temple, we should be scared of him for Infernal Shrines. One would think. One being me, and I'm not very smart. Dahaka, okay. Okay, yeah. Wait, the Raiders took Dahaka last game, though, so this time they're looking to get rid of it? How interesting. Owl Build probably been in the Johanna? Yeah. Johanna. Red pick coming online for the side of the Raiders. First pick, Junkrat. I guess we got a lot of value out of a Junkrat, we thinks. Owl Build, 2 picks. Infernal Shrines, what's it going to be? We're doing the same sort of comp as last time, or gonna switch it up to something completely new, interesting, and unique? Or oops, all Muradin.
My blades are yours.
Okay, alright. Brightwing getting picked up early. That was banned out last game, so picking it up before they have a chance to respond. Sonya, early pick last game, does have a lot of power. Did see Sonya run down a couple people and get out scot-free, so I can see that. On the side of the Raiders, stealing the Tychus from Owl Build. Wait, hold on, somebody's new here. Anduin also getting stolen. Not exactly stolen, because Owl Build elected to go for the Brightwing. Owl Build getting their second phase ban. Probably a tank. Could be, could be a Blaze. Blaze is conventionally pretty good on this map. May, of course. May also is pretty good on this map, and is a pretty good tank altogether. ICC Raiders has their own ban to come back with, probably a tank, or maybe if there is a particularly scary damage that Outbuild was showing last game, they can get rid of it. I personally would elect to get rid of tank, I think. That's what I would do. Oh, Vala. Vala! Okay, we didn't see Vala last game, but Vala. Yeah, Vala. Yeah, Vala. Of course, Vala. Yeah, it's Vala. Yeah, Vala is pretty good. Has a lot of damage. She does have a slender body, so you gotta protect her, but other than that, she can output a massive amount of damage and has a surprising amount of mobility. Azmodan getting picked up from the side of Albert along with Muradin. Azmodan is fun, does hit fairly softly in the early game, but as the game scales on, he has a bit more oomph under his balls. Anyways, ICC Raiders coming in with their last 2 picks of the map, Diabla and Ragnaras. I like it. Diablo is conventionally pretty strong in this map because there is a ton of walls for slamming your opponent against. Ragnaros, if you can pilot Ragnaros, he can be pretty powerful. He's got Lava Wave or Sulfurous Smash. Both are extremely powerful ultimates. Other than that, he does need to get... He's a little bit soft. It is kind of easy to chunk him down. Albel picking up the Falstad for the global pressure. I see. So Albel has a ton of macro ability between the Azmodan Crosslane Dunk, the Azmodan Demons, Brightwing Z, Falstad Z. They can be basically wherever they want on the map. ICC Raiders looking like they have more of a team fight oriented comp. Just hell whoever Diablo decides to slam against a wall. And use Lava Wave maybe. Or maybe we follow up with Sulfurous Smash. Either way, should be an interesting game. Number 2 in this series, best of 3. Yeah. See? One.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
On the side of Ice Crown Citadel Raiders, we have... Alright, you get ping, so you get go first. Dark Knight on the Ragnaros, Mr. Papercut on the Junkrat, Xerxes 89 on the Tychus, X-Havoc rocking the Diablo, and Zinzi 7E on the Anduin. Were you... Right, you were Lucio last game. On the other side in the blue, Owl Build, Oddthought rocking the Murd, and Sagatai on the Falstad. Oddthought, I think I already said that. Bishop Mist on the Azmodan, Pokeflute rocking the Brightwing, and Calamansi on the Sonya. Let's see what we got. Ah, you trapped the Demon! The Demon Lieutenant! No! He's dead. Demon Lieutenant has been killed. Rip Rhinos for Demon Lieutenant. Dunk coming down from Azmodan, trying to get some damage onto the front line. Or the minion line. 8 stacks currently. He is going for the hero hitting dunks, which don't quite hit as hard yet. What else we got? Falstad going for freaking flyer, so we're going for the autos on the Falstad. Sonya slam build once again. Murden getting tackled by the Diablo, just trying to make a little bit of space. Brighton, of course, picking the Piper Shift because I don't think there's another talent you can take. Where they only give her one choice there. Let's see, on the other side, we got Junkrat, blow him up. Okay, so we're not going for the extra round timers this time. Quarterback on the Tychus, engulfing Flame on the Ragnaros, Soul Shield on the Dabababla, and Lightfile on the end. When I love Lightfile. I love Lightfile. I think it's so great. I think its effectiveness is in question, but in terms of fun that goes in my soul, I love it. Anyways, let's see what we got here. We got the 3-man rocking the bot lane, Murden anchoring in the top lane. Both these teams have their own siege camp they're dealing with. Looks like the Raiders are taking this opportunity. No, okay, we're just checking. We're just checking the siege camp. Nobody's on it. Be good, but we can be on it. Oh my god, we can be on it. Off Broad so I can play Brightwing. Exactly. Exactly. We need more options on level 1 because, you know. Alright, bottom lane siege camp gets picked up by the Raiders. Thing should be spawning up. So yeah, here comes the team to take care of the Bruiser. Oh, are we doing it? Okay, we're doing the Bruiser camp. Bot lane getting played by Owl Build. And the 4-man, clear that up, give Vaz a couple of stacks. He's currently at 40 out of 200/400. ICC Raiders clearing up bot lane. There's Demon Lieutenant, get rid of that. Owl Build here, clearing up that lane. Looking at their Bruiser Camp, it's a little bit too late. I feel that. I do that a lot. Especially, I don't know why this is about this map, but like, oh, the objective is spawning. I should start thinking about taking my Bruiser Camp. Anyway, that does give ICC Raiders some free reign to get as many little goons or Punisher minions out as possible. They do have a bit of a lead. There's a Junkrat trapping Sonya. Ooh, a little bit of focus on the Diablo. Diablo does pop his soul shield and is safe and sound from that initial onslaught. There's Lightwell going down. Ah, yeah, baby, see it. Ooh, I thought getting flipped and charged out of there. Brightwing Zing helping them out. Oh, Diablo getting real low. Ragnaros is being beheld, and he is able to get a lot of siege damage on here, as well as likely to save some minions. ICC Raiders is a little bit split here. Tychus is in the bot lane, just trying to get rid of the little goon. The Bruiser Camp that's down there. Ooh, look at those. Oh, Falsta is. Falsta get finished off by the Anduin auto attack. We've seen that like 3 times this game already. And it looks like the Raiders are in control of this point and will be getting the last bit of the Punisher and the Frozen Punisher going over the side of the Raiders. Owl Bill backing off, sending Sonya into the bot lane. There's the leap with bait of the Punisher. Oh, Murden getting just about finished off, is able to hop back over the wall. And there's the rest of the team here to deal with the Punisher. ICC Raiders getting the front wall off of the top.
Red team's Punisher has fallen.
And that's, you know, that's about as that's pretty good considering what you can possibly get out of the initial Punisher. Just getting the front wall is completely acceptable.
I am so clever.
Down here, ooh, we got the Raiders raiding the enemy's siege camp. Owl Build, do they see it in time? I think they do, but oh. Wait, it's auto? Wait. Huh. Neat. So usually, with this one, you see the auto... What is that? Greed? I don't know. But maybe with the buffs to the level 7 talent, it is viable to take a bit of a mixed bag of talents. We see that every now and then. I think it was Orphea build, but earlier in the meta that was quite the meta pick that had a bit of a mix. Bit of a hybrid build. Both these teams in the bot lane here, we have their 4-man just kind of 4-manning it down here. Ooh, Brightwing getting a little bit caught up. 10's coming online for ICC Raiders. Not snappy enough to pick it during that fight. Lava Wave we do see getting picked up along with Reston. We see Riptire, Commandeer Odin, Lava Wave, Lightning Breath, and Light Bomb. Lightning Breath is really interesting. Usually you see Apocalypse for the CC, but Lightning Breath? Well, I guess it also has CC. Oh, we'll go over the blue team's talents in just a minute, as soon as you can see if Oddthought can get out of there. Oh, and he can't, not quite enough. Let's see, we got Blinkheel, Haymaker, Mighty Gust, Tidefson, and Leap. We saw that Gust come out just a half a second, maybe a bit too late. And Diablo, sir, you're able to, you don't have to, okay. Diablo doing a little bit too much siege damage with his ultimate. Anyways, that is an even trade if you really think about it. Or think about it at all. It's an even trade. I don't know why I would imply that it's not. We're looking at the Junkrat just there, but Junkrat is pretty slippery. Kind of a tough guy to pin down. Anyways, mid-shrine popping up. As down to 200 stacks, roughly at 10. Oh, yeah, I don't think that's completely accurate now. Alright, this shrine activated by both these teams being here. This is a 5v5. ICC Raiders does have a bit. Is being pushed in by bruiser camps, so Owl Build will either have to peel someone off and give up some shrine control, or commit to the bit and just accept whatever losses they get. Oh, but a huge leap from the Sonya, and there comes the jump from the Murden in, trying to get in there. Fawcett is getting onto the Junkrat. Diablo gets thrown into the rest of the team. Light Bomb onto the Diablo. Ragnaros is getting beheld. Oh, Brightwing Z gets interrupted, but Sonya does walk away scot-free. Lightning Breath onto the Diablo, trying to get the Falstad, and Falstad walks away safe. Pretty close, however, Raiders is up 13s and has sacrificed top keep for that fight. They weren't able to get enough out of it. That was a real good-looking engage, but there is too much peel to get out. Pokey Flute looking at like a little bit in trouble, but of course Brightwing can just like be not there. Being here, that does not reply with me. Pieces out. Mortar Punisher coming online for the side of ICC Raiders. Let's leap over the wall. Wall is gone, so that is questionable. And looking like this keep will be taking quite a bit of damage. Ragnaros just casually stealing Siege Cam from the Owl Build. And there's the Punisher down. So still no fort taken out from this. The top fort was gone for completely different reasons. Non-Punisher related reasons, although technically it was related to Punisher. Anyways! Raiders stealing mid-bot camp. I guess it's not stealing if it's just there to begin with. It's anybody's game. There's them dunks coming online, and then we do see the cooldown reduction on Gluttony. Yeah, cooldown reduction on Gluttony. Coming online, being able to huck globes just a little bit, just a wee bit faster. And we're hucking out heals. 4-man for the side of Owl Build. ICC Raiders currently is a 5-man. If you see all the characters on the screen, that is 5 men. This would be a good fight for Raiders, except they don't have Diablo's Lightning Breath. Oh, there's a flip on the Odd Thought. Murden jumps out, is safe and sound. C coming in from Brightwing as Odd Thought to regenerate his own health pool. And a scouting Diablo as the rest of the team of the Raiders roll into bottom keep to try to take a little bit of damage off that. Sizable boop from the Junkrat, trying to get a little bit of damage out there. Brightwing needs to hand out a little bit more healing. This fort is taking a bit of damage, and ICC Raiders does seem to be on the offense here. Is able to keep up the pressure and do just a little bit of damage to this fort. Keep that up, and you'll be able to take the entire fort eventually. 16s are online for the Raiders, so that does mean Owlbuild is even more disincentivized to take a fight here. However, Azmodan does get stacks. Get them stacks. Get them stacks. Alright, while we have a bit of a rest here, we can take a quick peek at some of these talents. Nope, hold on, there's not... Oh, Falstad, you can't check that! You can't do that! Get him out of there! Falstad is doing a little bit of a... Let me just shove my face into those bushes, and then suddenly there's a Lord of Terror just hanging out there. It's like, well... There he goes. At least it's Falstad, and he'll be able to fly in, hopefully, just as soon as the objective pops. Owl Build saying, you know what, we lost that, we're just going to siege mid. We're just going to siege mid. ICC Raiders is a little bit behind. Diablo is here along with the Ragnaros, but just trying to get these guys off the point as the rest of the Raiders roll in. There's a slow from the Lightning Breath, cleanse from the Brightwing, leap from the Sonya, trying to get everybody merged and get finished off by the Junkrat Riptire. And that is an unfortunately timed death for this shrine. ICC Raiders can hop right onto it. They can steal this siege camp first, of course. This is free for the side of the Raiders, but I don't think Owl Build knows that. Or they do, and they're just pushing it in. Pretty good. Fire wave coming from Ragnaros, pushing in the bot lane. Raiders is on top of the shrines, already has 6. Murden is up in 2 seconds. We'll be able to fight this. It'll be close. The Raiders will probably be at 30, maybe even have it by the time Murden shows up. It is sketchy to try to call contesting this camp, especially with the Bruiser camp pushing in. Yeah, there's 35 by the time Murden is here, and it looks like Owl Build will just have to give it up for now. There's King Punisher popping in, pushing into top lane. Owl Build looking like they're just setting up for a defense here. Diablo looking for something down here, looking for a rotate, something cheeky, something. Oop. There's the leap over the wall. Punisher doing some damage here. There's a Reptar coming out. Looking for the Brightwing. Oh my god, Brightwing. The reaction! I never take that down. I don't trust 0.75 seconds. But Brightwing, third eye, mind's eye, saw that, went, you know what? Not today, death ball from Junkrat that has explosives. Knit. Anyways. So Owl Build is in a bit of a pickle. They're a couple levels behind, close to 20s, so this would be the time they want to get a fight here, or... Oh, hello. Hello, Diablo. Oh, hello, Diablo! There goes Diablo. He does have souls. That is not a complete Diablo death. He is getting back into this game with a little bit less XP. However, he does have Black Soulstone, which does mean he comes back as not as bad as he used to be. However, oh my god, how did that happen? How did that work? Somebody explain to me how that worked. I didn't... That doesn't give you unstoppable, does it? No, he just dodged it. He just decided, I don't want to be CC'd. I don't want to be looped. You can do that if you believe hard enough. If you believe hard enough. Oh, but Raider's looking for a raid and invade onto this Bruiser camp. Ooh, Murden gets jumped and flipped, but he does have a jump so he can get out of there. Ragnaros doing some long-range seizing because he has heroic difficulty. As the Christoph is cooldown introduced by 50 seconds, so you can just spam that boy. You can spam it! Alright. Raider is still holding on to the 20 advantage, securing as much as they can, stealing free camps, looking for fights. I guess not. Owl Build just needs to play defensively until they can get their 20s online, and then they can make a play for something. Mid-objective will be coming up relatively soon. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen an objective, so that could come up any second now. Raiders setting up a little bit of a gank here. Oh, please don't face check that. Please don't do that. Yeah, that's them. Dunks are starting to hurt. Shrine is up. There's that dunk again. 2 minutes on this camp. This camp is up, so that is going to give Owl Build another macro crutch. Macro. They're going to need to think about that. There's Chattering Jaws, chattering on the Murden. Murden just doing his tanky duty and just eating them all. Shrine activated. Looks like Owl Build will getting a head start on it. Just a very slight one, as the top lane continues to push in here. There's heroic difficulty once again. Blasting his way out. Oh my god, Murden getting so low, but there's a huge leap, a huge dunk from the Azmodan. Oh, but the Hell's Gate comes out, and there is a huge Falstad Gust wind tunnel, moving the Diablo away, but it looks like that's all Owlbuild will be able to get out of this. It's looking like another objective over to the side of the Raiders. Azmodan is just chucking dunk, stealing as much as he can, but it can only do so much with what he has. This is going to be a tough defense by the side of Owlbuild. Murden getting caught out there was not an opportune thing to see. Mortar Punisher coming online. Murden's still dead for another 20 seconds as it marches its way down. May have been able to 39 then, just to give them enough time to cap this camp to double up the threat here. This is not looking good. This should be a lot of damage onto this building, maybe even core if we're not careful. We do have Gust up. Sonya trying to get out of here. Oh, huge Gust. Getting the rest of the team out of there. Oh my god, those mortars are starting to hurt though. Right Wing Z onto the Falstad. But yeah, this fort is looking like it's toast, but we do have a 5-minute... Oh, huge jump onto the Falstad. Not enough follow-up. Huge dunk from Azmodan trying to get some damage out there, but we got Molten Core Ragnaros just doing Molten Core stuff. Falstad still getting real low. There is that big lightning breath. Oh, he didn't take the upgrade. Okay, we'll go over the 20s minute if we have a second as the lava wave comes in here. Side of Owlbuild was able to dodge it, and now it looks like they're on the offensive. Junkrat traps are being a little bit of a pest as Ice Crown Citadel Raiders are on the retreat to Steelmid Camp because pressure is mounting for the side of Owlbuild. But Owlbuild is looking for stuff. Murden, you can face tank that. You are the tank. You are able to do that, unlike a certain Burden's boy. Camps are traded. Top camp is looking like prime invading material if ICC Raiders is into that sort of thing, which they have been and are looking to. There's a stun, there's the Sonya. Big bonk back into the team. This is a huge fight for both these teams, and this isn't a super important thing to take. Oh, huge leap from the Sonya onto the front line. Tychus is part of that, but a big boop from the Falstad. There's a wind tunnel trying to get the rest of the team incapacitated there. X-Havoc getting real low. Anduin doing his very best to keep the team alive. Big pull from the Anduin onto the Tychus. And it looks like ICC Raiders is on the retreat with 4 reels this time. Owlbuild is on the chase, trying to get a little bit of damage out. Diablo doing a little bit of healing. We got Dragon or Heroic Form coming out. Ooh, and the last bit of lightning from Diablo finishes off the Sonya. Oh my god, Brightwing. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Woo. Brightwing getting real low. Ice Crown Citadel Raiders pushing their advantage with the Sonya death, trying to get some win. Oh my god. Oh, huge CC chain coming out of the Murden. Can he get out of there in time? Doesn't look like... No. That is a very unfortunate death to see from the side of Owlbuild. Owlbuild looking like this could be core. ICC Raiders is positioned to be looking for that. But not quite. Okay. The Raiders are looking for other things. Looking to secure macro advantages and probably... Yeah, okay. So it looks like the Raiders are just going to take this camp, and then see if they can win a fight over the objective. But that does give Owlbuild the chance to get back into the game. I feel like if they press their advantage, they could have gotten more off the core, or even secured this keep here, which would have been basically death sentence with the top lane shrine up in the top lane. Yeah, I think the call to end could have worked there. But, you know, pick your poison, because ICC Raiders is still ahead, and Murden has just gotten up, and the shrine is getting cleared. And the Raiders has all their stuff up except for Lava Wave, which isn't really important in a team fight. Yeah, there's or Picus Commandeer Odin coming out. There's Reptar coming out. Oh, huge gust. Not as huge as we'd like it to be, though, but the huge leap looking to Sonya onto the... I'm not sure how that reached. Oh, so many things are happening. Brightwing getting a little bit low. Diablo Lightning Breath coming out, and the entire side of Owl build is looking real low, and they are on the retreat. Anduin healing, doing a lot of work. Brightwing healing needs a little bit more attention. Looking like the Raiders will be able to secure this Punisher, and that they do. And once again, Owl build is on the defensive, needing to secure lanes, get these lanes pushed out. And this is not looking too good for the side of Owl build. Punishers are pretty hefty this late in the game. It is a 5-man defense, so they do have a chance, but it will be kind of sketchy. Ooh, Light Bomb coming out, lands on the Muradin. Muradin gets flipped, stunned, tries to give him a right hook, but does die in the end. There's Wind Tunnel, but not soon enough. Riptar coming out, looking for that 3-man. We have it. Yeah, we get resets. And this right here should be game. 4 health, shields are gone. There's a huge leap, however, but there's a lot of damage still coming onto the core directly. Huge death on the Sonya. The Ragnos dies in turn, and I still think it's not enough because that is 2 catapults running in and a core health dropping to 0. That is game 2 going over to the side of the Raiders, which will mean that we're going to map 3, baby. They won. Yay! All right, let's see what y'all are talking about in chat. Let's see what we got going on. Bunch of what's something that doesn't matter. Yeah, we're going to game 3. Game 3! Alright, let's take a quick peek at these talents. Alright, so I would have went a different Brightwing build in this, if you ask me. I like the cleanse on 4 and 7. Heals more. Yeah, that's fine. This got a lot of value in that one time I saw it, but there's probably more. I don't know. Fairy Protector. That's a good one. Muradin. I don't know a whole lot of builds that aren't. I think this. Isn't there a reset of this one? Muradin still has a reset, doesn't he? I don't know. Auto build Felstead with secret weapon. Very interesting. Asbadam going for damn dunks with bombardment at 7. I've never seen that before. What other talent is there? There's like the beam talent. I think that's the one I'm usually used to seeing. Game is down there, so I'm gonna look at these talents real quick. So I got Smash, Spin. This is the same build as I saw from last time, so that is something they're used to. Junkrat going for more of a trap build than we saw from the last game. Tychus going for a lot of stuff here. We got grenades there. Jesus. Blast Wave from the Ragnos. Diablo going for Fire Stomp build. Anduin going for Hell Yeah Boy. But yeah, we're gonna pop over to the next screen and get us going to map number 3, which just so happens to be Undargan. Who the Dargan? Looks like this map was picked by Team 2, which means Team 1 elected for first pick. So we're going to be seeing Owl build go for the first pick this time around. Alright, Dragonshire. One of the more difficult maps to play upon, but it does have a very distinct flow to it. We're going to be seeing Owl Build go first pick, so we might be seeing a different shape things go in the draft phase. So whether they prioritize Raggar or Johanna, we'll be seeing that in the games following here. Team is trying to get me to play on the side of ICC Raiders and leave one of their friendly teams members up on the caster slot, which you know, I'm pretty sure that's illegal in some capacity, but I guess I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Pretty excited for this game number 3, which is on Dragonshire. So we saw the Hawk get prioritized a couple times. We might see him earlier in the draft here. We saw Stuka get banned out, so probably gonna get banned out or picked early. But we did see Team 1 likes to early pick their Sonya. Calamansi likes their Sonya. Blue team bans first. Yes, indeed. Alright, first man, what's it gonna be? We could see a whole lot of stuff, but it might be Stukov, because, Stukov. Falstad. What? I'm legitimately surprised by that. Completely surprised by the Falstad. I don't think... I guess? Maybe ICC Raiders runs a typical strat with the Falstad that, Owl Build knows about. Or maybe we just don't want to deal with him. Wind Tunnel is a bit of a problem, especially when it gets late game. Johanna getting banned real early for the side of the Raiders. Respect the Joe. And coming in from Owl Build, what's it going to be? We can see anything meta, something off-brand. We can leave the Raggar open, see if we can go for it. Go for it. Sip of water. So Tekis is a solid hero who can dish out a lot of damage, respective of their total health pool. Even though he does percentage damage, he does a lot of damage to whoever he's shooting. However, seeing him in the first ban phase makes you think, doesn't it? It makes you think and say, hey, wait a minute. What are you guys thinking about? What are you doing over there? What's the plan?
I will fight to my last breath.
Oh, hey, it's Raggar. Raggar getting through the ban phase, getting first picked by Owl Build. ICC Raiders, how do you respond? ICC Raiders, they weighted the possibility between Stukov and Raggar and decided, you know what? We'd rather deal with a wolf boy than a Gooman. Hey, I'm sorry. There you go. That's my bad, chat. Alright. Now that you guys can actually see, we got Junkrat and Anduin getting picked up for the side of the Raiders. I am falling asleep over here because, drugs.
Change is upon us.
Chromie and Dahaka getting picked up for the side of Owl Build. Chromie is a new one. Dahaka is not. I'm excited to see what we're going to do with Chromie on this map. Draft screen. Glorious. Diablo getting banned out for the side of the Raiders because the tank is still open for Owl Build. Owl Build also needs to ban on something, probably a tank, maybe a damage dealer they don't like looking at. And it's Stitches. I also hate Stitches. I respect that ban. Stitches. I need to do scouting because I did not see that coming. Raiders getting their next 2 picks coming out. They've been pretty consistent with the Junkrat and Anduin as I guess at the top set of healers, but Junkrat's been pretty good. And Nubarak coming in from the side of Raiders and Urel. Okay, we got some new picks coming out here. That should be interesting. Owl Build on this side looking for a tank
Anytime you're ready.
and a damage dealer. There's Ray, Jimmy Bones, and the next pick I'll thought picking up his tank. What's it gonna be?
Our
May.
world is worth fighting for.
I'm surprised May made it through this far into the draft because we got a lot of bans targeting the little lassie. See, Bishop plays Zerto to blow up the squishies. Maybe. Ooh, Sylvanas getting the last pick for the side of the Raiders. Alright, what have we got here? So we got Regger on the side of Owl Build. Doesn't look... We could go Bloodlust. Bloodlust has a lot of power, but I would... maybe. Chromie does have a surprising amount of attack damage, and attack speed, and attack range. Having Dahaka is quite an asset, especially on this map. You can just, like, win a point. As long as you control 1 point, you control the game. Raiders, what do we got over here? Urel is interesting. I don't know how she does against Dahaka. I think that's largely a skill matchup, especially considering how skill-dependent Urel is. Anyways,
Prepare for combat.
almost forgot it again. In-game, bam, alright. On the side of Owl Build in the blue, we got Kalansi on the Dahaka. I just realized that you're not running the Sonya. Interesting. Odd Thought on the May, Bishop Mist on the Chromie, Pokeflute on the Regger, and Sagotai on the Rainer. On the side of the Raiders, we got Dark Knight on the Yarel, X-Havoc on the Dahaka, Xerxes 89 on the Sylvanas, Mr. Papercut Rock on the Junkrat, and Zinzi 7E on the Anduin. Here we go. Last game of the series. Winner of this takes all. Do you think they know?
And what's the catch of the day?
What is the catch of the day? I hope it's salmon. Alright. Wave is clear for the side of the Raiders. Owl Build. I mean. Anyways. Taking a look at these talents, Regger going for good old Totem Build because that's still what you do. He transfer on the May, Exterminator on the Jimmy, one time again for the Q Quest on the Chromie, and of course, Race Car Dahaka, which is meta now for some reason. Sylvanas taking Might of the Banshee Queen, Legion of Beetles, extra round timers, Lightwell, and Dauntless. Alright, in terms of what these teams are doing, looks like we got a 3-man in the mid for the Ice Crown Citadel Raiders, as Junkrat holds bottom lane. Both these teams getting real cheeky within camps. Well, actually, Aldo getting real cheeky within camps. Jimmy doing this camp all on his own because he has Exterminator and he can do what he wants. Pokeflute and Bishop Mist picking up the Siege camp. ICC Raiders picking up their Bruiser camp relatively early. Just as Jimmy is doing the same thing for this one over here. Amazing. Phenomenal. Impressive. Gorgeous. In the bot lane, we got Mr. Hypocrite's about getting picked off by the Owl build team, getting Rengar run down and May above killed. May killed. So the shrines are in control of Owl builds, so somebody needs to be in mid lane for the side of the Raiders to make sure that nobody takes their stuff. However, we do see Uriel missed the jump over the wall. We saw that. Come on. Oh boy. I'm not used to games going to 3. Anyways, bot lane, we got Owl build with a 3-man pushing into the bot keep against the 2-man of ICC Raiders. Mid lane is Jimmy versus Nubarak. Neat. Top lane, we got a lot of pressure coming in from the Raiders. Jimmy coming rotating top lane to give him a hand. Yeah, that's a lot of damage to the front gate from the side of the Raiders. Raiders are rotating down. Uriel and Sylvanas looking to get a little bit of pain happening into the bot lane. Nubarak burrowing in. Doesn't realize she got... Oh, I guess he must have. Oh, Nubarak getting super low, but there's not enough damage to follow her up. And looks like the Raiders will be holding on to bottom shrine for now. Time trap activates onto the Junkrat, but there's no follow-up. Alright, bottom shrine is in control of ICC Raiders. Top shrine will be soon in control of the Raiders. Oh, very, very close. Jimmy heading to the mid lane to do a little bit of a make sure nobody becomes a dragon, which is typically important when you got the threat of somebody becoming a dragon. Junkrat just trying to zone here. We got bot lane 4-man for the side of the Owl build. ICC Raiders just trying to get things back under control. The Hawka did need the heart back, so, you know, he's getting things. Oh! Ooh, burrowing on to May, looking for a lot of damage on May. May pops her trait, tries to get out of there, gets rooted from something. Either the Junkrat or the Anduin, but looks like we got a dragon, Jimmy. Jimmy, who has decided, hey guys, I've decided to stop being a space marine and instead become a giant dragon. I'm a large dragon now, guys. All will burn or whatever. This is an early dragon, so not a lot of value can come out of it. Looks like we're just gonna do a little bit of damage to the mid lane, push out some lanes, bot lane, see if we can get just a little bit of damage onto there. Just use your fire breath. Oh, Jimmy getting a little bit. Ooh, it could have been rough if there was a little bit more damage put onto the dragon. He'd be good old Rainer in a not a good position at all. Ooh, they're waiting for it to pop. The Nubarak burrow comes in immediately as soon as the dragon becomes a knockbat. But well-coordinated disengagement from the side of Owl build secures the getaway from Jimmy. Ooh, 10 does come early for Chromie. We see her picking up the temporal loop. Did we see it come out yet? I didn't see it come out. Both the teams picking up their own siege camps. Oh, Icewell coming out! Oh, just barely missed. The 10's on line for Owl build. That was a snap pick. Oh, there is the rewind coming out from the side of Owl build. Anduin with the well-timed pull, ensuring the unstoppable happen the frame the pushback happens, which is what you like to see. It's tough to time that. It is surprisingly tough to time that. Taking a look at the rest of the alt, we got Isolation, Temporal Loop, as we've seen earlier, Hyperion, Icewell, and Rhaegar is still deciding. It could be anything. And it's Bloodlust, baby, let's go. For the side of the Raiders, we got Mind Control, Cocoon, Riptire, Light Balm, and Ardent Defender. Interesting, you see the other... Wait. Oh yeah, Ardent Defender, so usually the one you see, yeah. I keep mistaking that one for the other one.
cease and become the new Dragon Knight.
Ooh, mind control coming out. Oh, fishing and lands on the Rhaegar. And all the CC comes out, trying to get the last little bit of damage out. Rhaegar Bloodlust to give him the movement speed to just get right the hell out of there, and that does happen. Ice Wall lands on nobody. Cocoon lands on the Dahaka, trying to secure the disengage, and disengage they do as ICC Raiders hold out. Both these teams use a lot of ultimates. Light Bomb is still available. Owl Build has less of that. Jimmy just using gun, because that's what he's good at. You know, what are your qualifications in the Nexus? Oh, I've got a gun. You're hired. Ooh, oh my god. Jesus. A lot of CC coming out from inside the ICC Raiders. Odd Thought just barely dodges it all. And both these shrines are on the side of Owl Build. Dahaka might be able to come to Dragon. There's a time trap coming out, or rewind on the Chromie. Anduin trying to get the last little damage onto the Nubarak. Oh, a huge tongue, but a knockback. But Chromie secures the damage onto the Sylvanas. And that does mean the Raiders are at a disadvantage in this specific right now. And it's looking like Elbow might be able to become a dragon. This lizard can grow wings. Just leash the minions, just leash the minions. Ah, that's gonna be difficult. However, Owlbuild is running down bottom, securing... Oh. Isn't Ira right there? Neat. Anyways. No dragon for the side of Owlbuild, using it to burn down some more buildings. Oh, huge mind control lands on the Chromie! Was that here and there again?
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
You guys. Ooh, my god. That is unfortunate. Icewall just lands on the guy that gets booted right out of there. Oh, Raynor. Oh, Raynor. Junkrat went fishing and got himself a Jimmy. Anyway, it looks like Owlbuild is on the retreat for now. Oh, a web wrap onto the Chromie. Team trying to get Chromie out of there. Here and there again isn't going to help here or there again. Oh, but a rewind, but the pull on the Anduin isn't quite timed enough. Like you said, it's tough to land. X-Havoc trying to get out of the light bomb, trying to get the disengage, but the damage happens way too fast. And a huge pull onto Xerxes on the Sylvanas, and that is 2 down for the side of the Raiders. Owlbuild turning that right around just as Jimmy comes up. And Owlbuild looking like they're going to be stealing some siege camps. And regaining some mech control. Actually, they've got a lot of mech control. What am I saying? Alright. Both these teams are back at 5 mans. Everybody's coming back online. So camp's getting taken. Dahaka in the offlane doing some offlane things, dueling with Irel. Tongue just misses. Just barely. Of course, Jimmy's soloing the Bruiser camp. A lot of damage. Bot lane camp is open, along with the shrines coming online in 30 seconds. Currently, it looks like Owlbuild is in the lead in terms of exploded buildings and number at the top of the screen.
Please don't break this time.
Owlbuild moving on the bottom camp to try to take that. That might be a little bit greedy as the rest of the team of the Raiders rolls in. We need Dahaka to be here as soon as possible. Huge stun from Yrel. There's absorbing coming on the line. The camp does get picked. Oh, doesn't get picked up. Pokefood getting real low. That's Pokefood getting picked out. Anduin using his own body as a light bomb delivery method to get the kill onto Mei, and that is 2-for-1 trade for the side of Raiders. So Raiders are on top of things here. Trade the Junkrat for a Rhaegar and a Mei, which is a phenomenal trade. Not to say anything about Junkrat's value, being able to take out the tank and the healer in exchange for one of your damage dealers. That's pretty good. Especially leaving a damage dealer that can do a lot of siege damage. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Ooh, a dive coming in, trying to get onto Chroma, but doesn't quite have the range. I blinked and mind control came out, and I didn't see it happen. That was Rewind trying to use onto the Anubrak. I feel like Anubrak's not a great target to put a Rewind on. Anubrak trying to back Chromie, having none of it. Absolutely not, she says. But I'll go back to 10, or 5 mans. This is a 4v4 in the bot lane. Yrel coming down. Probably want to get the Haka to burrow down as soon as possible. There's the web wrap. Ooh, trying to get some damage on Raynor, and there goes Raynor getting picked off. There's some Sylvanas arrows, but absolutely nuts going haywire. Wee, 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 look at him go! Wait, sorry, I got distracted by the shiny thing. Raynor down, so it looks like the Raiders will be pushing into bot lane and maybe making a play for the Dragon Knight. Solid defense coming out from the side of Owl build, but there is a lot of damage that Raiders are pumping out, especially with the Junkrat bops and the Sylvanas wailing arrows. Let's take a quick gander at the top lane. Looks like the Haka gets the upper hand there. And that does threaten... No, wait. That does not threaten Dragon. Oh, a huge mind control, but the Unstoppable from the Rhaegar denies both mind control and the stun from Anubrak. Anubrak is getting relatively low on mana. Whoa! That was a real close back. Up here we see a little bit of an off-lane scrap going on. I can see not a whole lot is happening in the bot lane, so we're just going to watch this for a bit as both these off-laners try to take control of the shrine. I do believe Haka would be the winner of this, but we see things happening back in the bot lane, so we're going to let that unfold. And that is Dragon threat from Owl build. There's Reptire coming out, the web rep onto the Mei. Diving does just barely miss. Raynor trying to get the Mei out of the bubble as soon as he can to try to save his own skin, but not quite enough, and that is downed Raynor. And there we go. Another death for the side of... Oh, hold on, we got more things going on. Pokefood trying to get out of there. Rhaegar getting real low. Popping Bloodlust trying to get the move speed out of there. But needed that a little bit earlier, and they get out of there. Dahaka just about barely... Oh, the poke from Chromie is incredible. Look at all that damage onto the Yrel, but it's not quite enough to secure the kill. No, it's looking like... This is a solid amount of damage, honestly. This is real close. This Chromie able to pump out this much damage. Oh, mind control, dodge that. Burrow charge, dodge that. Oh, Dahaka getting real low. Does burrow his way out of there. Oh, boop over the wall. That kind of saves Yrel. The angle of that was a bit awkward. Thankfully, it was not terrible. Oh, but Dragon Knight is active, and Yrel is looking to become one of those things. 10's online for the side of, or 20's online for the side of the Rage. Oh, there's Light Bomb coming out, blasting Mei, and that is a down. Mei dying for the fort, and most likely giving up the dragon. Anyways, these 20s that we see coming online, we got Dark Lady's Call for the Sylvanas, Rewind on the Anubrak. Oh, so close! Oh my god! Get out of there! Get out of there, Calamansi! Oh, just barely. Junkrat Tire secures the kill. Anyways, Rewind on the Anubrak, extra oomph on the Junkrat, Inner Fire on the Anduin, and Seraphim on the Yrel. On the other side, we got bigger Bloodlust, we got Shatter on the Ice Wall, we got Execute Order. Oh, and Piercing Sands on the Chromie, and Dahaka has yet to pick one. Hey KKZ, how's it going? 20 fight. Owl build down 2 mans, 1 tank for another 30 seconds. This isn't looking too good. This is looking like we're gonna at least be losing the keep. The Dark Lady's call blasting out. We'll be up in another 10 seconds. Nothing to worry about. Booting mate out of the fight. Daka will be up in another 12 seconds. Ooh, Ice Wall landing on, looks like the Junkrat. Will Junkrat be able to get out of there? Just barely. Oh, there's the kill on the Junkrat anyways. Darker Lady's call tries to get Rhaegar to stop attacking him, but doesn't quite happen. And there's the rest of the team coming in. Owl build getting 3 kills. Dragon Knight still up. Anduin trying to get the hell out of there. I think you can pop the Dragon Knight, and if you do, you get the knockback, which would be useful. Right there. Oh, Anduin trying to get out of there. Daka probably has tongue there with tongue, and that is a dead Anduin. Owl build, what are we gonna do with this? Now, if I were in Owl build shoes, I would just say, rip this building, rip that building, rip these buildings. Just get rid of these buildings. Those buildings, they don't need to be there. Just demolition them. Looks like that's what we're gonna do, albeit a little bit delayed, so that ICC Raiders does have a chance to get back into this. They have a couple seconds. Yeah. Okay. I think if they're a little bit quicker, they could have gotten a bit more threatening there. However, it looks like Owl build will just be securing some more colorful camps on the map. Bop. ICC Raiders taking their own bruiser camp before the enemy team is able to. I don't know. I think Elbow could have pushed the advantage there. If not, take the keep to take this building. Just wrap around to the top mid here. Take that. Just get a lot more macro pressure so your opponent has more things they need to deal with. That would be my call, but I don't know. I am no expert. It looks like Owl build's looking for a fight down there. Oh, wait, never mind. Dragon Knight will be up soon. Top lane will be a problem if we ignore that. However, it is going to the bridge of death. Who really cares about that? Oh yeah. Contagion looks like. Dahaka picks the AoE on the ultimate. Shrines up in right now. Bottom lane in control of the Raiders. Owl build looking for something to do. Ooh. Oh, damage getting. Oh, you two are lucky that missed. Oh boy. Probably want to get the 5 men back together. Look for a fight here. Dahaka is in the top lane. Does have Z, so it's not a huge deal. Raiders looking for a gank, probably in this bottom bush. Chromie able to just pelt it with sand, however. Just get a whole lot of sand in there. Pressure is mounting for top lane. Oh, a huge web rep onto the tank. Damage is way out there. Just needs to dodge something. Mind control doesn't hit, but light bomb does, and that is a dead Chromie. May trying to get the disengage on the rest of the team there. There's a lot of CC counter engage coming out from the side of this ICC Raiders, able to get out of the ice wall briefly. Oh, but Dahaka getting solo, pops his thingy. Anduin, however, gets knocked out by the rest of the team. And it looks like Owl build is on the chase here, looking for another kill here. Uriel trying to get right out of there, pops her instant mount, is able to skitter away. What is the Raiders going to do? Looks like the Raiders are electing to become a dragon and end the game that way. Which is a smart decision. Running down bot lane, see if we can secure the building and secure the game. Oh, mind control landing on the Jimmy. Jimmy getting a little bit of CC, a little bit there. Oh, but the unstoppable on the Rhaegar. Oh my goodness, real good. Looks like Dragon Knight's just pounding away at the core, which is a threat, which is a legitimate threat to the core itself, because the core needs those hit points to continue existing. team is focusing damage on the dragon. The dragon should die now before the core explodes. Oh, and a lot of CC from the side of ICC Raiders. Can they get the last bit of damage onto the rest of the team before they're able to secure the last bit of damage? But it doesn't look like it's the case. An Owl build takes the win and the series. GG's to both of the lovely teams. Very intense matchup. Owl build won the game. Yay. Alright, we'll see if we can get an interview with the lovely teams. Real close games. Alright. Looks like we're getting an interview, so I'll pop over into the lobby. Bachow. Um,
Hello.
hello. How are you guys feeling?
Very good. Definitely. Those were some really close games. It was a really good set, and we really weren't sure if we were going to make it out of that or not.
Oh yeah, some of those were real touch and go.
Yeah, we the first game was kind of a mess. We actually didn't intend to draft the Imperius. It was kind of an accident, but it ended up working in our favor.
Oh yeah, I was surprised by that. I was like, wait a minute, is that an offline Imperius? Or a second offline Imperius? Or main tank
Yeah,
Imperius?
we'd been trying some stuff with triple bruiser and like double bruiser tank, but nothing concrete yet. And we were kind of considering it, and then there was a little bit of a mix up, and we ended up picking it. So we're like, okay, what can we pick to work with this? And it
Yeah,
ended up, like I said, it ended up working.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Imperius brings a lot of damage in CC, so I guess he fits
hmm
pretty well into the 4-man slot.
hmm Right. We were looking at kind of a divey comp, and it actually ended up working out pretty well because we had a lot of single target dive potential.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm surprised how well that went.
Yeah,
Um,
us too.
so my memory's a little foggy, and I'm kind of half asleep here, so we're just gonna roll through these games real quick. So first game, we
Same.
went to Sky Temple. Like you said, we got the Imperius, which was rather interesting. I loved watching
hmm
that. Game
hmm
2, we went to Infernal Shrines. Do you remember your comp there?
I'm sleepy and tired too.
Yeah,
um, I think what we were thinking of for that was just kind of a wave clear comp, and we that was the game we did the Asmodan. And I think we were going at it with the intent of trying to cap the objective from afar, and I think it didn't quite work out the way that we expected it to.
yeah.
But we were I think we got far considering the situation and considering the comp that we had. So I mean, I'm definitely still proud of us that we played that game as well as we did, even though we didn't win.
Yeah, there were a couple moments it looked like you could come back into it, but there was just too much
Yeah.
macro that you needed to worry
hmm
about.
Yeah, they definitely out macroed us. We didn't get as much soak with the asthma pick as we thought we would. And a lot of times, we could have claimed the objective, but there was just a little bit of communication confusion, just a little bit of back and forth, and they were able to cap that one objective where we were at like 36 out of 40 minions
hmm
and they came back. So just situations like that. We're a new team, so we're still working on that. But, you know,
Yeah,
moments like that happen.
exactly. All right, and then the last game, going over to Dragonshire, which even though just happened, I completely forgot about.
The Urel pick was definitely a bit of a surprise for us. I haven't seen Urel played in a long, long time. Um, so going into that, we knew that we wanted to anchor bot lane. And Junkrat is one of the strongest heroes to do that. And Chromie is another strong one. So we kind of picked Chromie with the intent of countering Junkrat and making sure that that lane stayed even. So we did that, and then as Rhaegar, I could take camps easily on my own. So just making sure that camps were constantly on cooldown, and that we had bot lane under control most of the time was our biggest strategy there.
Yeah, well, I think you guys did a pretty good job of that. I think there were a
Yeah,
couple times you guys could have, or at least once you guys could have called to end, but I think overall you did a great job of executing what you had.
yeah. I think half of this game is just working with what you have, and working with the changes that come up. And I love the potential for late game turnarounds and just pushing core to win off of a single good fight. That's one of the great things about this game, I think. So, knowing when to take advantage of that
Exactly.
is good.
Yeah. So well done. And if you have any shout outs you want to make right now, the floor is yours.
I would say just shout out to my whole team, to Bishop Mist, to Kalamansi, Segatai, and Oddthought. Like I said, we're a new team. It's taken a lot to get us to this point, but we've been practicing really well. I'm just really proud of everybody and what they've done and how we've improved even since the beginning of the year, the beginning of the season. And I can't wait to see where we go the rest of the season.
Yeah. Well, once again, GG's and good luck with the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
No problem. All right, gang. Thank you everyone for showing up. We'll see if there's anybody alive we can throw you guys at. Oh, looks like good old band guy's streaming. Is he? How close are we? How are we looking? Oh yeah. Okay, that's where we're going. Bankai. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Going over to Bankai and yeah. GG's and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.